What's up everyone, this is Kenny here from Property Stories, and this week I would like to take a question from an audience. Is this regarding something that is quite popular lately, GRR or Guaranteed Rental Return. So before I go on, if you have not subscribed to the channel, do hit the subscribe button and also smash the like button for YouTube algorithm. That's the least that you can do for the effort that I've put in to actually compile the research and actually answer the question. Thank you so much for doing that, and I appreciate all your likes and also your subscription. So this question comes from an audience. I'm going to read it out, but before I read it out, right, I would like to say that I will not be revealing anything. I will not be revealing that anything, name of developer, name of development, even location, whatever there is has to do with the question today, I will not reveal it. Today, my interest is purely educational, okay? Purely educational and purely to tell you what you might expect, okay? What you might expect for if you get yourself into a deal like GRR, Guaranteed Rental Return. So please do not PM me, do not leave anything in the comments asking me. I will not be able to answer you, okay? So let's start reading the question first. And then we'll address it one by one, part by part. Okay, first is bought condo with the GRR scheme. After 2 years, got keys. Promised contract 3 years guaranteed from developer. Or was it the JMB? I don't know what's the difference. Fully furnished. Utilities all settled except quit rent and maintenance fee. I only got the first 3 months rental, but now almost 11 months zero. I follow up with email almost every month, but was given tons of excuses, financial system problem lah, cash flow problem lah, and maybe end of the year only can get. Sounds familiar, right, so far? Let me continue. Okay, so along the way, one of the admin staff whom I've been liaising by email all this while personally called me up and said that the company is not doing well, so definitely anything that doesn't bring profit to the company is their list of priority, example payment to owners. Okay, then the audience actually sum up everything, the chronology of things that is happening. But let me summarize for you. Okay, no rental deposit. Okay, invoice total close to 5,000. Overpaid check cancelled. Okay, so and the audience is not getting close to 20,000 of payment on the property. Okay, then this one also, the part here is that the audience actually have engaged a lawyer and see what can be done. So the lawyer actually provides some solutions here to the audience. Okay. And then there are two things. Of course, in conclusion, the lawyer advised the audience is that whether is it worth it or not to sue the developer or sue the company so that you can get their money. So you have to think properly. Okay. In most cases, the lawyer fee will be very expensive. And one more thing, the staff of the company, the audience say here, advised me to write in to cancel our contract with no penalty. Okay, our contract with no penalty. Okay, no penalty. So I'm the one to get, since I'm asking to breach the contract, so I'm the one to get penalized. The audience is wondering. The admin persuaded few other owners to also do the same thing, and now they are renting out on their own. But I'm not satisfied as they are the ones who breached the contract first. So I don't know what to do. To cancel the contract, I still won't be getting all the money from them. I don't know when or how. Next step, if I do cancel the contract, at least I get my house keys and access card and I can rent it out. Okay, this is a very, unfortunately, still very common thing. When money is presented to you, you don't have to work, greed comes, right? So let's address this question one by one. First, I'm going to start with what is GRR. Second is, what is the next step that can take if, let's just say, you're not paying the GRR. Third is, what is my recommendation or the step that you can take and should take in my personal point of view. And number four is what is my perspective on the future of these kind of deals. Okay, so let's start with number one. What is GRR? GRR stands for Guaranteed Rental Return. This scheme is sold with the property. For example, let's just say you want to be an investor, property investor, you want to buy and then you want to rent out. It's headache, right? So now what the developer do to sweeten the deal is to rent out for you. Meaning to say that today if you buy a property, right, then when it's completed, the keys pass to the developer and the developer will rent out for you. And on top of that, right, you don't need to headache because the developer is actually your tenant. And they will be paying you the monthly fixed rent according to what you have agreed on when you first bought the property. Okay? So how this works? Let's just say a developer company is A. They do a development B, right? So when the development B completes, right, developer company A will open another company, a management company C, to sign an agreement with the owners of development B to do this guaranteed rental. So in the end, who's in the picture? C, which is the management company, and B, which is the owners of the development. So C will pay B every month, or in this case for 3 years, it's guaranteed. But C will also undertake to usually do everything, renovation, and also rent out fully furnished, right? And then the maintenance, paying the maintenance fees. Of course, the owner have to pay them, then they pay the maintenance fee. So the owner is as fast free investment, correct? It looks good, right, on the paper. So that's how the developer is packaging the unit to sell. So what's the problem with this actually? The problem is here is that you are going to get this GRR, right? It's actually you are paying for it. The developer will usually mark up the development very high the price and then sell it to you. What it means here is that maybe they mark up another 100,000. So 90,000, right, you give from the bank, but you're actually getting that 90,000 in rental from the management company. On top of that, right, most of the time, right, the renovations is included. So they're going to give you like standard renovating, standard props, standard furnitures, all put there in consideration of your extra money, 90,000 here, this example. So you don't have headache, no? You have to rent out the developer, right? What happens, right, if this management company C defaults on the payment? What recourse you have as an owner? That is come to the second part. What can you do as owner? If the company C did not pay the owners of B, the owners of B can sue company C, which is the management, the company they signed the contract with, company C, to get back their money if the company C did not pay the owners a guaranteed rental upon the stipulated time. Correct? All looks good on paper, correct? But what it didn't tell you, right? What it didn't tell you is management C is a shell company. Okay, that's the usual case. If you sue management C, you can win. But whether they paid up capital is enough to pay you or not is another story. Or whether the assets here is enough to pay you or not is another story. Alright? So that's how a guaranteed rental return is always done. And then you notice inside the message just now, said the staff or admin or whoever it is call this owner up, or in case it's the audience, to persuade so that you take back your unit. Persuade. Okay, I use this inverted comma is that because the company knows you are the one paying the loan now. If you are not paying the loan, it's between you and the bank, not between them anymore. So who's the one in this case has the upper hand in negotiation? That is why these are some underhanded tactics that is used by I don't want to say developers, are being used by everybody to people, the unscrupulous people, to persuade the owners to let go the unit so that they are free of all legalities. In a way, they are also already free. You are the ones that's bleeding every month. Okay, you sue, you win, so what? Your rental may be 2,000 a month. 2,000 a month, but your lawyer fee is 20,000. And how many of you want to sue them? And if you sue them, you win. They just wind down and the asset is not enough to even pay you. All you are left is your property. Which brings me to the third recourse. The third one is my suggestion. What can you do? So for this person and for all of you who are actually in this situation, I would highly recommend that you take back your keys. Okay? You take back your keys. The damage is already done, so cut loss. I understand. After spending so much money and all the promises get, you are trying to get your first investment property and this kind of shit happen. I understand. Okay? But you look at it this way. If you do not pay your installment, that property is gone. And then if you don't take back, you are the one bleeding cash every month to pay the rental. Why don't you take back the unit? Find a way to rent it out. Rent it out as fast as possible and put this bad experience behind you. Look forward. Easier said than done, I know, but this is the only way. Number four is my perspective on this GRR scheme. I'm going to just summarize what I said in the earlier of the video. This GRR scheme, right, if there is actually financed by you, because usually the developer will mark it up so high, and then you are the one taking the loan from the bank gives 90%, and you are actually essentially taking back the money for those 3 years. Number one. Number two, if the property can be sold very well, why would the developer do this? Why the developer need to do this? Developer don't need any incentive to sell this kind of good properties. People will queue. People will queue until fight in front of the sales gallery, like what happened recently in Desa Park City. People will queue until fight because that property is so hot. Discount also not much. I don't even know whether they're actually giving discount or not. But people queue. That's the whole idea. If your property is shit, your product is shit, that's why you need to throw more promotion. You need to throw things like, you need to get creative, right? You need to get creative, like give people a guaranteed rental returns. And then only you can sell. If not, you won't be able to sell anything. So that's how I think about it. And the third one, right, if everything is guaranteed rental return, all the units are all rented, who's going to rent from you? And your unit will look, most likely, and I think not most likely, it's 100% will look like the other unit. You do not have a differentiation, So what's your edge over the other unit beside you? And then you'll be going to a price fighting. You'll be fighting on price, who has the lowest I rent from the. That's how the tenant will function. Everywhere is the same, correct? So those are the points that I want to share with you, and I hope this audience get to settle this thing and then move forward. And frankly speaking, I also hope that this audience will not give up on property investing. Okay, property investing is just like every investing. There is a risk and there's a return. Okay, I hope this one doesn't break the audience heart to go and continue investing in properties. That's it for me today. And this is Kenny here from Property Stories. So if you would like to get my book, you can actually click down the link down below. And if you have any more questions, property and financing, please feel free to WhatsApp or email me. I'll see you again in the next video. This is Kenny here from Property Stories.